Hello everyone, welcome to PhotoPlay's YouTube channel and welcome back to Tuesdays with Tina. Well, I have a fun card project to share with you today. We're using a Say It With stamp set along with the coordinating die set. This is the Fall Orchard photopolymer stamp set. It's a great quality. There's 3 greetings in here. The die set will cut out the pear image, the apple image, and also all 3 greetings. So it's wonderful for layering. Today we're going to actually do a lot of layering, but I'm also going to create a fun card base too for my project. To create those layers, I'll be using my PhotoPlay Say It With Stamps Nested A2 Arch die set. And then I'm also going to bring in some colored cardstock. I thought the Sweet Little Princess variety cardstock would go perfect with my stamp set today, whether you're making the pear or whether you're making the apple. Today for the pear, we're going to be using these 3 colors, but if you are going to color with the apple, I would skip the yellow and use these 3 colors. Okay, so let's jump in and get started. We're going to start by doing some stamping. Today we're coloring in the pear, and then we're also going to be using the greeting that says thank you for your kindness. Really pretty because I love the block letters and the scripty letters. I'm going to use my black ink, and we're going to go ahead and ink up our images. And it just stamps beautifully. I'm going to share with you the colors of markers that I'll use to color in my images. If you wanted to stop the video and check them out, there they all are. And then I'm going to zoom in, play a little music while I color, and when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Coloring is all done. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating die and we're going to cut out our image. I did go ahead and die cut out a piece of pop-up foam to put behind my greeting. So I'm just going to add some glue here. And I'm going to layer this right over the top. It's such a really pretty, delicate greeting. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to put these to the side, and now we're going to work on our background. Let's bring in our arch dies. Okay, so I have the 3 colors, and you know what's nice is each of these are different textures. The craft is just regular craft. We're going to use 3 arches that are nesting together like this. Okay, the largest I'm going to die cut out with my craft, and then this is a real pretty woven pattern. I'm going to die cut out this with my next size. The smallest I'll die cut out with my yellow, and look at the yellow. It has embossed polka dots. So nice. So I'll run all of these through my die cut machine. So I have 3 archways, and then while I was die cutting, I have an A2 die that will cut out a frame. Okay, if you don't have a frame die to do this, use your nesting rectangle dies and then take an A2 panel and create a 1/4 inch frame with it. Okay, and you'll need 2 of these for what we're going to do today. I'm going to take my arches and I'm just going to go ahead and glue them together. We're just going to layer them. I love doing this. And then I'm going to bring in my crocodile and we're going to turn this into a tag. Okay, and then I have a white eyelet. I'm going to add a white eyelet to this, and then we'll just secure this. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this. You could actually just use a glue dot and secure your baker's twine to your tag. But I'm going to go ahead and add my baker's twine right through it. Okay, I have some white cardstock here. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim down a whole bunch of 1/2-inch strips. For today's card, I'm using the PHOTOPLAY Paper A2 card bases. These are side folding 80-pound cardstock, okay? So I'm going to take my card base. You can see the score line. I'm going to bring back my paper trimmer. And using my score line as a measurement guide, I'm going to trim this a little less than 4.5 inches wide. Okay, just a little bit less. So we have about a little less than a 1/4 inch strip here, okay? Now I'm going to reinforce that score line. And I'm going to just use my bone folder. Okay, I'm going to open it back up. And then I'm going to take one of my A2 frames. This one I'm going to place upside down. I'm going to use my glue and add a thin bead of glue here. We're going to place this down here. I'm going to add this just inside the score line so you can still see the score line here. Okay? You can see it here. Now after we have this done, we're going to put this to the side. We're going to work on this one. I'm going to flip this upside down, and what we're going to do is create some diagonal stripes along our background here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue. And this part, it doesn't have to be perfect. Your lines don't have to be straight. You could use a ruler if you wanted to, but I'm just going to eyeball it. You could do horizontal stripes. You could do diagonal stripes, like I'm doing today. You could do crisscross. This is one of those cards where sky's the limit. So I'm going to start in this corner, and then I'm going to add one to this. I'm going to trim this off and use this piece for this corner. We'll tack these down. I might need a longer piece for this middle section, but I'm going to go ahead and just add some diagonal stripes. Now when you get to the middle, what I'm going to do is just use my glue. You could cut a longer strip if you wanted to, but I'm just going to layer 2 together. It's going to be covered, so it's just make it longer. Quick and easy, and make sure when you have the seam here, make sure that the seam is for the most part in the middle. Once we have our stripes adhered, I'm going to flip over my panel, and we're just going to trim anything that's overhanging. Okay, I'm bringing back my card base. Now we're going to add glue to this frame here. And then we're going to tack down this. We're just going to layer it together, sandwiching those stripes in between. And the nice thing about the PHOTOPLAY A2 card bases is they're 80-pound, so it can take 2 layers, which is really nice. So, this is what our card base looks like so far. I'm going to open my card base. I put glue all over the back of my tag, and now we're going to layer our tag right in the middle. And you're going to have glue underneath, so you might want to do this on a glass mat. Okay, and then when you flip it over, you see you still have all that glue. I went ahead and die cut out another arch, and what we're going to do is just sandwich these stripes together. This is going to give the card stability, and it's going to give it a nice clean look on the inside. So we'll just tack this down. There we go. After this is done, we're going to bring in our pear. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to put some foam adhesive behind here. I'm going to go ahead and take my pears, and we're going to add them right across that archway. Beautiful. I'm going to trim down this twine here, and then I'm going to add my greeting. And then I do want to add a little bit of sparkle for my card today. We're going to finish it off with some gems. I'm going to add a few gems here and there. And then that will finish off my card for today. Something a little bit different. Using some arch dies and a beautiful stamp set. It's called Fall Orchard. Hope you get a chance to check it out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.